Hello my dear friends, welcome to Serious English. My name is Antonia Ramacher and today we're going to take a look at phrasal verbs and idioms connected with relationships. So different expressions which will be helpful for you if you would like to describe your relationship with someone else. So I have cherry-picked several phrasal verbs and idioms, different expressions for you to study. So let's get started and go. The first expression for today is to patch things up. The meaning is quite logical. So when you patch something up, for example, your clothes, when there are holes in your t-shirt, you put little pieces of cloth over those holes and you patch your t-shirt up. So in terms of relationships, to patch things up means to improve your relationship after a fight or an argument. An example: sometimes just buying flowers won't be enough to patch things up. You need to be a little bit more creative and surprise your girlfriend. The second expression for today is to drift apart. It's a phrasal verb. It means to gradually become less friendly. And, drifting apart can eventually lead to splitting up. Another phrasal verb. Split up means to stop being friends, to stop being a couple. So to go different ways, to go separate ways, when you just stop being together. However, drift apart means when you start, this process, and it can be stopped. So when you are drifting apart, you can do something to make things better. And you can make it up again. While when you split up, that's the end of the story. BTW, make up means to become friends again, to become together again, to become a couple again, to make up. You can also say make it up. Lately, I've seen a lot of articles named something like this: 12 real reasons why couples drift apart over time, or 10 good reasons why people split up, and so on. So there are a lot of psychological researches done in this area. Anyway, moving on. Another phrasal verb, and also potentially an idiom, is to get on or get along. This phrase can be extended: get on like a house on fire. BTW, I've already talked about get phrasal verbs. If you are interested, you can take a look at these two classes. But let's talk about get on. Get on or get along means to be friendly, to like each other, to be friends. That is to get on or to get along. When you say to get on like a house on fire, it means to like each other very much and to become friends very quickly, almost right away. Are you reading Harry Potter? Yes, I am. Wow, I love Harry Potter books. Really? Wow. What is your favorite book? My favorite book is number 3, I guess. What about you? They got on like a house on fire. They immediately became friends. The next one is get a room. It's an idiom. It's a slang expression, I should say, and it's used to instruct a couple to stop displaying their affection in public. So when you see a couple making out, kissing, and you want them to stop, you just say, get a room. It's used just like that. As for etymology, earlier people meant get a room at a hotel and do your dirty business there. So imagine that you see a couple making out and you say, get a room. Okay? on, get a room. BTW, make out, can mean to kiss or to be engaged in necking or petting. So it's also connected with relationships, and there are different levels of making out. The next expression is an idiom, to tie the knot. It means to get married, as simple as that. So if you want to demonstrate your perfect English, your wide vocabulary, you might use this expression instead of just getting married. Oh, hi girls! Have I introduced you to Mark? Mark, this is Sarah, Mary, Jessica, and Brittany. Well, we are just crazy kids dying to tie the knot. I have the ring already, take a look at it. What do you mean you don't see him? He's right there. Yeah, well, the next expression is connected with the previous one very closely. It is to pop the question. I have already told about this one. You can take a look at another class devoted to idioms. But now, briefly, to pop the question means to ask someone to marry you. So you pop the question, the exact question, will you marry me? And you can use just this phrase, to pop the question. An example. Oh my God! Do you want me to marry you? I can't believe it. My girls won't believe it. Okay, yes. So he caught her off guard by popping the question. It means that she was surprised that he had asked her to marry him. He did, if he was actually there and she was not imagining things. Then there's also the L word. I guess you know what it means. Love. This word means love. And well, to avoid talking about it directly, people might use this expression while talking to each other. For example, girls might talk to each other and one might ask, has he used the L word already? No? Can you believe that? I'm not going to be the first to do it. I'm not going to wait for ages. And the last expression for today is to be head over heels in love. Speaking about the etymology, well, the phrase was heels over head. And this is more logical. When your heels are above your head, it means that you are upside down, you are, well, falling to the floor. And something wrong is happening, you are crazy, or you are doing something quickly, so quickly that you are falling in the process. However, now the phrase is head over heels. And you can say head over heels in love. And it means to be crazy, to be madly in love with somebody. So I am head over heels in love with you guys. Okay, that's it. I hope that you liked this video. If you did, please press the button, like it, and share it. Subscribe to my YouTube channel if you want to continue studying English with me. And I hope to see you soon. Happy English and Russian practice. Bye-bye.